seeing her younger brother about to be beaten to death by his enemies. The woman, who was once a martial arts champion, finally couldn't hold back and stepped in to save him. But to investigate the truth behind the assassination attempt 10 years ago, she didn't reveal her true identity. She only claimed to be a student from a martial arts school, but everything had actually begun 10 years ago. That day, their dojo had just won first place in the national competition. While everyone was still celebrating, a group of men dressed in black suddenly burst into the banquet. Without any reason, they started attacking everyone present. To protect his two children, the father rushed forward to block the attackers. The mother quickly hid the children under a table. When they heard the leader ask about the family's jade pendant, the father realized they were after the legendary power that was said to be hidden within the pendant. But these men, who had already destroyed over a dozen martial arts schools, would only hurt more people if they obtained that power. So the father tightly sealed his lips, refusing to say anything about the pendant. But the leader threw the father aside and walked straight toward the children. To protect them, the mother grabbed the leader's leg, buying her husband and children time to escape, but she lost her life that very night. The three who escaped had just found a relatively safe place when the father broke the family pendant into two halves and gave one piece to each child. He himself had already been seriously injured. After giving them the pendants, he completely lost consciousness. To protect her brother and father, the girl ran out on purpose to distract the pursuers. But when she was about to be caught, she willingly jumped off a cliff. Before that, however, the leader had planted poison in her body. The girl thought she would surely die from the fall, but she was found by an old man living at the foot of the mountain. He happened to be the martial arts champion from 30 years ago. 10 years passed in the blink of an eye. Under the old man's guidance, she became the new martial arts champion. Yet the memories from 10 years ago haunted her endlessly, and the only thing she remembered about her enemies was a tattoo hidden beneath their masks and the poison that still lingered in her body. To find the ones who destroyed her family on her 20th birthday, she begged her master to let her leave the mountain. But to her surprise, her master not only agreed, but also assigned a few junior disciples to accompany her and ensure her safety. He also helped neutralize the poison in her body. But the cure came with a fatal flaw. For the next 3 days, she couldn't use her martial arts skills at all, or the fading poison would spread rapidly and kill her instantly. Just as they were about to depart, the master handed her a token that could command every martial arts master and gave it to her. It was the last gift he would ever give her. Meanwhile, the father looked guiltily at his wife's tombstone, thinking of his missing daughter, and couldn't help but worry. When his younger son suggested that the girl might already be dead, the father refused to believe it. He insisted that his daughter must still be alive. At that moment, a servant burst through the door, saying that a group of foreign martial arts students who had taken over more than a dozen dojos were here to challenge them. Their own students were no match for the challengers. When the father went outside, he saw two men, Jack and James, destroying the dojo's entrance. Hearing James's taunts, the father tried not to argue with them, but James said he was taking over their dojo and even pulled out a property transfer agreement for him to sign. Seeing this, the father angrily tore the document apart, but James challenged them to a martial arts duel instead, saying that if they won, he would leave immediately. The father, remembering his injury from 10 years ago, knew he could no longer fight. None of his students could defeat the two men either. He wanted to refuse the challenge, but before he could, they attacked. Still, he had promised his daughter that he would wait for her return. If the dojo was gone, how could they ever welcome her home? Meanwhile, the son was desperately searching for skilled fighters to save the dojo. When people heard the opponents were James and Jack, they immediately refused to help. Just when he didn't know what to do, the girl appeared before him with her two junior disciples. When she saw the pendant hanging around his neck, she instantly realized that the boy was her younger brother. As she was about to reveal herself, her brother, thinking they were martial artists, interrupted her. He begged them to help save their family's dojo. So she said nothing more and followed him back to the dojo. There, she saw her injured father and uncle, and the arrogant Jack and James. The two junior disciples wanted to fight, but James accused them of not being students of the dojo and said they couldn't participate. But the next second, he heard the woman declare that she was the dojo's very first student. Then she ordered her two disciples to step in. With their skills, defeating Jack and James should have been easy, but unexpectedly, Jack cheated during the match by using a hidden weapon, injuring the only disciple who could beat James and forcing him to withdraw. As the father was about to admit defeat, the boy stepped stepped onto the stage, insisting on continuing the fight, but he was no match for them. The girl, still weakened by the poison in her body, couldn't step in to help. To join the fight, she was forced to unleash the power inside her, breaking through the final remnants of the poison. Just as James was about to deliver his final strike, the girl finally regained her martial arts strength.